I'm Louise Mabulo. I'm a UN Young Champion of the Earth, a Forbes Under 30 honoree, and a National Geographic Young Explorer. I founded the Cacao Project, which works to build sustainable and resilient livelihoods for farmers in grassroots communities in the Philippines. And as a young person working at the front lines of community development in critical regions that are vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, I find that much of my work is impacted by the outcomes and policies of events made by people like you here today. You see, for us, the triple planetary crisis that we're facing is already an everyday present reality that we experience in the form of super typhoons, extreme weather conditions, and climate hazards, and even more. It's gone on to impact our food systems, our livelihoods, and our ability for economic development, especially in rural communities that rely on services from climate, biodiversity, and environment in order to thrive. And that's why we expect to see clear-cut and decisive action to ensure the needs of people across the world are met, especially in the global south and in developing regions that are most affected by our crises. You have a responsibility to uphold your promises to so many of us and to implement them with renewed urgency in light of the present knowledge that these crises and issues are only going to be intensifying in the years to come. We want to see sustainability, stewardship, and climate consciousness inherently weaved into our industries, into our roadmaps, our planning, our policies, and even into people's lifestyles, not as a bonus, but as an expectation and a standard. We want to see the climate resilient agricultural systems thrive. We want affordable renewable energy available to all, and we want sustainability and circularity to be more readily available options for everyone. And we expect more inclusivity for youth and for vulnerable communities, ensuring participation, because in the strive to move forward, we forget to look back at the wisdom of our elders, at the knowledge of local communities for solutions, when in reality they hold the key to build innovative societies for modern present day. And lastly, I want to leave you with the knowledge that we are counting on you, and our eyes are on you to be accountable to the commitments and pledges to secure not just our collective futures, but to shape a regenerative and restorative reality now. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, all protocols observed. My name is Elisabeth Gulugulu. I work for a youth organization called African Youth Initiative on Climate Change. I'm also the Global South focal point for the official children and youth constituency of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Your Excellencies, I'm based in Zimbabwe, which is in the southern part of Africa, a region that has constantly been affected by the effects of climate change. According to the recently launched IPCC report, it states that this region will continue to be vulnerable unless certain measures are put into place. Your Excellencies, I would want to take you back to 2019. With this region, 3 countries were affected by Cyclone Idai. This led to the death of so many people. We experienced water scarcity issues, food insecurity issues, climate migration, you can name it. Your Excellencies, number 1, my request as you are going to be deliberating on your meeting is for you to be committed. Definitely these communities that I'm referring to, we cannot start talking about adaptation if we do not know where we are going to get the resources to adapt. We cannot start talking about creating resilient communities if we do not know where we are going to get the resources to implement certain initiatives and projects that will help these communities. Number 2, Your Excellencies, I'm asking you to be open-minded. Be open-minded to young people's innovations, to young people's ideas. Within this space, we are not here to compete with anyone, but we are here to complement the efforts and the work that different governments are doing. We're asking you to give us an ear. We're asking you to give us space to air out our views. Number 3, we are asking for your support. Young people all over the world, they are the ones that are implementing different initiatives within different sectors. If we are talking about creating carbon sinks, young people are taking the lead. Innovations in the agriculture sector, innovations in the waste sector, innovations in the energy sector, young people are taking the lead. But having access to simple resources, even finance to implement these projects, we face several challenges and there are a lot of stumbling blocks. We are asking for your support. When you see us, don't see us as activists, but see us as experts in our different fields. As you are going to deliberate on this meeting, Your Excellencies, we are simply asking for these three things. I thank you.